7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, usual stuff here, just like you've seen in other weeks with other tanks. It's going to be very important that I get either a small CD or my blood shield up immediately on Skier, because he's going to do his blood hewn right away. So I'm going to vamp, and I'm also going to stone form just for this first one. It'll be up again by the time I need it. I don't want to risk proccing my cloak that early for absolutely no reason. So as soon as that happens, it's just about maximizing my blood shield uptime on Skier while he gets killed. So as I can see there, 628k. I'm in no danger of losing it just now. I'm dodging a lot of attacks, 360k. He's also going to have a blood hewn. Aim coming soon. He's also going to have a blood hewn. I'm going to AoE grip these, just so people can stun them and CC them. So right now I'm going to max blood shield. So there's the bloodletting. It eats about 1 million of my blood shield, so it's a pretty heavy hit. But it's no problem. Blood shield actually makes it kind of easy compared to some of the other tanks, at least for that specific mechanic on the fight. So they're going to CC those bloods. As soon as that's done, I'm going to make sure I run over to Karaz in the meantime, and I'm going to be spam taunting under him just to make sure that nobody gets hit by on accident. Like that. Let's get him up. Careful for, we're going to charge in here in a sec. So once Karaz comes over to me, once he gets over to me, I make sure I use my blood shield up then. And while he's doing his charging, it's a perfect opportunity for me to charge up my blood shield so that by the time he gets back to me, I have a nice full blood shield waiting, and he will not get any clean hits on me. So there he is. I have runes as well. So my blood shield... Oh my god, there's like a program going on in the background here. It keeps alt-tabbing me without alt-tabbing me. It's really annoying. Anyways, so I make sure I upkeep my blood shield here, keep my diseases rolling. Obviously, there's no really effective DPS purpose to keep my diseases on Karaz. However, with a monk co-tank, it's helping me maintain aggro on Karaz so that I don't have to constantly pump real DPS into him. So we're gonna have to slow down and recall soon. Get ready. So now that recall is in Soul Reaper range, we can kill. We can kill. Make sure I reapply my bone shield there. I'm sorry, something's like really weird with my program in the background right now. Once recall dies, I'm going to be picking up the Scorpion buff. As soon as I do that, Laryl's going to pick up Karaz, and I'm going to be spam taunting Corvin. Again, make sure he doesn't gib anyone. Now here on Corvin, it's going to be tricky. I don't have an active mitigation really that I can pop prior to his bashing me and stuff. So I'm going to make sure that I have to use I'm going to make sure to use different CDs for when he does it. The first one will be a stone form. Which should be enough mitigation. After that, I'll have to use something heavier for the second one. So there it is, the first one. I get my stone form up right away. So there's the first vicious assault. After I come out of it, I make sure to get blood shields up right away and try to mitigate as much of that bleed as I can. Once the second one comes up, I should be able to rooks because it's an AoE. So there's rooks on that one. Should be a 30-something%. Also, Laryl is taunted. Once I'm out of this, I'll be taunting Karaz, as that's the rotation. We rotate every 2 stacks. So I taunt Karaz.
Okay.
A bit more on Karaz, guys. Watch that aim.
Okay.
I drag Karaz on top of his seg just to make sure that they get cleaved together. Careful, I'm going to drag him out now. Be on Karaz, please. So we're going to make sure that we're DPSing Karaz for the juke. Once Karaz pushes through, there's the push through. I'm going to wait on my Scorpion until I get in. Now I'm going to get in here. I'm going to get my Scorpion going, and I'm going to start spamming on his sec right away. I'm going to need to use some sort of CD. Except the Druids use their IB, so it's not good. So I don't have any CD really that I can use against Karaz right now. I'm just lucky because he is doing his crap where he whirls around, and then soon enough he's going to go upstairs and do his Hurl Amber. So this first one is actually not that dangerous, but later on when Karaz is hitting especially hard, it's very important that I chain proper active mitigation, or proper DR CDs. Taunting Corvin. Careful on Corvin, he's going to stay here for one more. So there's Corvin's bash on me. After this first bash, I'm going to drag him to the middle of the room and take my second bash there, and then we'll do rotations again. So as soon as I get out of this, again, I want to blood shield right away. I'm going to the middle of the room. I want to blood shield right away because I do have a heavy bleed on me, and it's actually a good consideration for empowering as well. Second bleed on me. Watch heals. My bone shield dropped. Okay, so I call that my bone shield drop there. Taunting Karaz. So then we rotate again. I taunt Karaz, and Laryl's gonna taunt Corvin off of me. So it's also important that I taunt Ayakuk here too, because the tank that's currently on Corvin should not be tanking both should not be tanking anything except Corvin. So it's important that I taunt off of him. I want to make sure I dodge those stuns as well. And soon enough, we're going to be pushing damage here on Corvin. So there it is. So Karis is coming back in. I want to make sure that I'm pumping as much DPS. You're going to take 3 here, Harold. I want to make sure that I'm pumping as much DPS as I can on Corvin. So I'm going to pop my DRW here as well. This was a good opportunity to army. However, I think our DPS should be just fine. So I'm going to save my army for the end of the fight for Kilrick or Karas when we're killing him. We should be just fine here. Make sure I get my proper Soul Reaper rotation going. And make sure I amass a proper amount of Vengeance prior to going into Scorpion when Zero lands. I got it. It's fine. I don't think it will apply the 4th. Should be able to kill him before I actually get the bleed. Yeah, I'm good. So Zero's going to be popping down here. I'm going to be picking up Zero. Zero's next, guys. So I'm going to grab Zero. I'm going to get poisons on him. Going Scorpion in 3, 2, 1. Scorpion. So there's a Scorpion. I'm going to keep an eye on my Vamp Blood, and I'm going to be calling for CDs appropriately. You guys don't have PS up or IB up? This is not going to be good.
I have IB, dude.
Doesn't show for some reason. Go ahead and IB me now, then.
It doesn't show the right time.
So IB's up from Celeste now. However, PS is not up. Is yours up, Tiger?
In 9 seconds.
Okay, use it as soon as it's up. Actually, don't bother. Don't bother. It's fine.
Yeah, get KO up.
Okay. So once I'm out of that, again, CDs were atrocious. If I wasn't as geared as I am on my DK, that was an easy death. Didn't even proc Cloak, luckily. However, it's very important usually that you have those CDs up. You're supposed to chain proper CDs to make sure that, well, you don't die or get gibbed in Scorpion form where you can't use your active mitigation or any other form of living. Watch purple, watch purple. Should be able to kill him beforehand.
Nice, nice.
Castech is next.
We still got it.
No. Not me, losers. He's going to be facing towards purple. Be careful. So here, I'm going to spam taunt Castech as much as I can. However, I have 141k Vengeance, while Lerald has 526k Vengeance. So I'm going to be trying as much as I can to get Vengeance off of Lerald, to get these bosses off of Lerald, but it's proving very hard. He just basically rips them back, especially because Monk and AoE. I also shouldn't have eaten that stun because I'm an idiot. Once I've established a bit of threat on Castech, I'm also going to taunt Kilrook just for the extra Vengeance. Again, Lerald doesn't need any more damage on him because by this point, Karis is actually hitting pretty hard. These two bosses hit like weenies, quite frankly. So this is a good opportunity for me to build up a nice, healthy blood shield and have it ready for when Kilrook lands. Voron, can you bop Tunican? So I'm going to ask for the bop here to make sure that I clean off my stacks before Kilrook lands. I don't want those Zero stacks on me. Otherwise, Kilrook will like two-shot me, basically. So I clean those off prior to Castech dying and Kilrook landing. So we're in good shape right now. I'm going to make sure to build up. I'm going to make sure to build up a large blood shield for when Kilrook lands. Right now it's still okay, so I'm going to taunt Castech back as Lerald keeps ripping off me. As I said, he has much more Vengeance than I do. Get my proper Soul Reaper rotation. As soon as Castech dies, I notice that my Scorpion is also off CD, so I'm going to use that on Ayakuk once Lerald is ready to use his Fort Brew and grab all 3 of them, because with Fort Brew and proper Purifying, you're basically invincible. Let me know when you're good, Lerald.
Alright, I'm all set.
Let me actually grab Kilrook for like 1 hit.
Sure.
Get some DPS out of it, or some Vengeance out of it. So I'm going to get some Vengeance from Kilrook first before going in Scorpion for obvious reasons. As soon as Kilrook hops away the first time, I'm going to basically go Scorpion right after. So I should be good. Okay, you can go whenever.
On it.
So I'm going to... Oh my gosh. So I'm going to go Scorpion here.
Foreign Diva this, and
Yeah, sounds
you can
good.
shrink if you want.
Sounds good.
I'm like... Did you taunt him off me?
Could you Iron Bark me, please?
That was really annoying.
I taunted
I
right when,
I bugged out when he gouged me, and I stayed gouged for like 20 seconds.
yeah.
Okay, well, I just went Scorpion now. Okay, well, as you guys saw, I got bugged out and literally stayed and gouged for like 20 seconds. Anyway, I'm in Scorpion now. Now, pulling aggro on Ayakuk is really not a big deal. The annoying thing is that I wasted a ton of Vengeance there waiting for that stupid gouge to wear off. Ayakuk threat on me, like I said, not a big deal. But Lerald has to be ready to taunt Kilrook off me or Karas off me if I pull aggro with Scorpion, which I won't, because my Vengeance is very dinky. After the
We're, like,
stun,
can't afford to
Leryl's dead.
Oh, Christ. Yep.
I'm out of
So
Scorpion, though. It's
we-
okay.
we
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
Okay.
What's up?
You don't think we can DPS this?
There's the damage.
We get.
No,
Okay,
there is
we're
a
alright.
right side. We have Scorpion, by the way.
I'm dead. So Leryl died there at the end, which obviously caused a chain reaction. With all three of those mobs on me as a blood DK, much harder to do that kind of stuff, unlike last week where I was on my Paladin, just because I don't have a set active mitigation timer on my DK like I do on my Paladin.
Like 2.5 minutes for Kilrook and Kuraz.
So obviously the raid played sloppy there. A lot of people died to random shit
Like,
that could have been
our
avoided.
second hero when Ayakuk is still up, and that's like really dog shit.
Why the echo? Oh, there you go. What's
Yeah.
up, Ox?
Like I tried to save GG from the thing, it was really close to him, but I think Crypto ran in the bathroom. Jackass.
So the problem there was that it didn't really cause a problem in the end. However,
The dot goes on all of melee.
going in Scorpion without having things like PS up and externals that you chain after your personal is done, which you pop right before going in Scorpion, is just a recipe for disaster as a tank usually, especially if you're doing progression on this. It's very important that you try and avoid getting in that situation. So we'll do one more pull anyway, so you guys will have some more live commentary for DK Paragons, and hopefully it won't take more than one more pull. I'm also going to use this opportunity to go get a drink. Why am I leaning on the ad button? That was the first ad I played in 43 minutes. I need a feed, man. If I don't get bread on my table, then I die, and then I can't do live commentary anymore. Ooh, little kitty face. Should you guys get up on your back? God, this headset's so fucking uncomfortable. It's digging into my scalp. Ah, the one time I wish I had hair. Cushion the top of. Ah, it's like in my mouth. Oh my god, I need my new headset already. What type of wood am I drinking? Delicious wood? Not maple? Oh, yeah, I don't know about that, PJ. Everybody gets different commercials based on their region, as far as I know. Need crit, please.
Responding.
And mastery. What'd you say, Vigilant? What's not
I
responding?
relock, my UI is not responding.
Okay.
Like nothing's working.
Make sure we mark these ads. Look at all those marks. Bam! Just like that. The beauty of macros. Please don't jump out the window, cat.
Oh, great, send him in. Hey guys. Hey. Thanks for coming. Sorry I'm late. Just got caught up watching.
Alrighty.
You seen those things? Oh yeah. Checked out the
Weird. We got new health stuns.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's great. Should we just lay it down? Boys, let's get to it. Lonely Island, Michael Bolton.
Should be fine. I'm just eating right now.
You good?
Yep.
So already checked. Alright, everyone's well fed and stuff. Did you make a duty, Tinsley? Alright, everyone's ready, guys. Pulling in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulling. So again, guys, it's very important here. First thing I'm going to do is Outbreak. After that, I'm also going to Vamp and Stone Form once he lands. Again, I want to make sure that I don't eat a clean hit from this Bloodletting. So there's the 2 CDs I just said. After that, it's just the typical, maintenance of as high a blood shield as I can. I'm also going to use my Ghoul here, just have it off, just for DPS purposes. I won't really need it later. So I'm going to make sure to keep my DS up. I'm also going to keep an eye, obviously, at all times on my blood shield stacks, my bone shield stacks. Those honestly should never really drop unless you have really bad luck with avoidance. If you have 2-piece with the higher stack values, there's a second bloodletting. I had a blood shield for that, so it was no problem. So this should die by the time that blood reaches, and it does. I want to make sure that once again I'm under Kara's and taunting him.
Watch the damage.
And I want to make sure that I get a Frost Fever on him this time so he doesn't give someone by accident. Get a bit more threat on him than just the taunt. I'm going to wait for this dance, then I'm going to move over. I'm going to use my Death's Embrace here.
Let's have all our reses going into...
And I'm going to start DPSing Recall when I get here. Obviously, Kara's is not our primary target. There's no reason me putting DPS into Kara's unless it's just to maintain threat. Once these ads spawn soon, these parasites, I'm going to make sure to avoid these charges. Once these parasites spawn, I'm going to help AoE grip them, and then somebody's going to AoE silence or stun them. Now that Karis is back on me, I want to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on my blood shield yet again. My bone shield was also off, so I make sure to reapply it. It's up to 10 stacks, or it was 11, now it's 10 stacks. 1 stack was consumed. I'm going to AoE grip these, as I said. And then we're going to get back, and I'm in Soul Reaper range on Recall now, so DPS maintain on Recall. Watch your feet ranged. So Kara's once again is gone. Another good opportunity for me to build up my blood shield. So by the time he gets back, I'm in safe. I have a safe stack on me. So he's coming back any moment now. Easy on Recall. Easy, easy, easy.
Stop.
So there he is. I have a 1 million blood shield. He starts eating it up right away. I'm going to Vamp Blood too, just to help a bit with the damage. It's a short enough CD to help. We're going to wait on Recall, but obviously I still need a DPS him to get my blood shield up. I'm going to stop also because I don't want to. So I'm going to start feeding my blood shield off of Karis. Let's kill him. So at this point, I'm going to grab the Scorpion buff. Larold's going to taunt Karis off of me. I'm going to Deaths to the middle and spam taunt Corvin to make sure it doesn't give anyone. So here comes the AoE. I want to make sure I avoid it, and soon enough I'm going to have the first stun from Corvin. Now, based on my gear and based on what I saw last time, I don't really need a CD for the very first stack, so I'm just going to hold off on it. Healers should be able to heal me through it pretty easily. For the second one, I'll definitely Stone Form and maybe even Vamp. Did you just taunt that?
No, I did not.
I got the...
Watch your feet.
You got 1. It's fine, I'll take 2 though. It'll save you from getting 3 actually anyway when you have Scorpion, or when I have Scorpion.
Yeah, I suppose that'll be fine.
So here, I just want to make sure I reapply my diseases, which fell off during that little shenanigan between Larold and I. So there's the first stack. Once that's done, I want to make sure that I get my blood shield up right away. And for the second stack, I'm going to be prepared to use my Vamp Blood and a small CD like my Stone Form just to add that extra mitigation. So there it is, Vamp Blood and Stone Form.
Tonic Corvin.
Dan,
So there's the second stat. Laryl is taunted. And now I'm going to go into Scorpion and start DPSing. Start DPSing Hisek. I'm going to call for Selease's IB as soon as Karis gets back to me.
Get a taunt, please.
I can't. I'm in Scorpion.
Oh, alright.
Oh, back.
That'd be
He's charging though. You'll be fine. He's charging and then he's gonna do his he's gonna do his shit on the ground. I'll be out in
Move
10
out of
seconds.
it.
So as soon as Hisek dies, I'm gonna get some DPS on Corvin too, because Corvin is one of the guys we're juking.
Thank you.
Gun.
Corvin Ayaka.
Taunting Corvin in a sec. Taunting Corvin. Okay, Corvin on Sloot.
Watch your feet.
Okay, so now that Corvin has applied his fresh stack to Laryl, I'm going to move him to the middle of the room, and I'm going to be prepared to take my 2 stacks here.
damage.
So there's the first one. First stack on me. My bone shield fell off, be careful.
K1,
I'm kind of applying. Okay, there's something now. Okay, so I've taken the first one, make sure to reapply my bone shield right away, something I should have done before that first stack, honestly, but didn't. For the next one, I'm going to Rick's Trinket and Vamp Blood, so there it is. Both CDs are now up, and after the second stack, Laryl will taunt, and I will taunt the other 2 bosses off of him, which I can do easily as a DK. So there's the Kara's taunt, taunting Kara's, and then there's the Ayakuk taunt with Death Grip, and I have both bosses on me now. In the meantime, Laryl is on Corvin. I'm going to drop a D&D since we're effectively DPSing 2 bosses at the same time. Here I have to aggro back on Ayakuk, which is okay, because we're going to be switching DPS to Corvin now.
I lied, I'm sorry.
I'm also going to use Army here. And I'm going to make sure that Karis isn't hitting me in the back. So I've used Army just to help DPS on Corvin. Seems to be more important for us than the other parts. So I'm going to wait here. I'm going to use my DRW as well.
Watch your feet, Amber.
That's fine. So Corvin should die absolutely no problem here. I'll be grabbing Zeril after this and going in Scorpion. After I've built a bit of vengeance on him. And now I'm going to use my IBF on that as well.
Sir, APS Laryl, please.
Oh, but use your AG.
Don't use your PSU if I
Vigilant
need it.
Clan.
So I'm going to grab Laryl, make sure I get Outbreak on him right away. Going to make sure I get Bone Shield up. Okay, going Scorpion. 3, 2, 1, going. Okay, so I'm in Scorpion now. I made sure to pop my IBF before, and I'm keeping an eye on my IBF while I maintain my Scorpion rotation. So I have 3 seconds left. Selease, IB me, please. I call for Selease's IB, so I have 12 more seconds of coverage now. Once those 12 seconds are up, I'm going to call for Youth's PS, and that should take me to the remaining 30 seconds. Youth PS in 2 seconds on me, please. So there's Youth's PS, and I have 6 seconds left on Scorpion and 6 seconds left on PS. As soon as I'm out of that, I'm going to Blood Shield right away. Blood Shielding. So Blood Shield is up.
That is nuts.
Let's get Laryl up
A
again.
lot of AoE damage. Laryl has just died, so I want to make sure I kind of pop all my CDs, well, not all my CDs, but some CDs to stay alive, as all 3 mobs just turned around and hit me since Laryl just died there from those stacks. I prop Cloak, that's okay. I still have Purg if really needed. So Karaz is back on Laryl. Castech coming down.
We'll probably need him, yeah.
Castech.
Alright, let's grab him then. Watch the Kunchon.
So there's Castech. He's going to be facing towards green. Be careful. Once again here, it'll be a struggle for threat. Fortunately, or unfortunately, depends how you look at it, Laryl did die, so I managed to pick up a bit of vengeance prior to Castech landing, so I'm having a much easier time maintaining threat on him as a result. I'm going to pop Ghoul here too, and in a moment I'm also going to pop DRW just to get a bit of damage. So there's DRW.
Break the Mesmerized.
I'm going to also taunt Ayakuk again. Like I said, Karaz is enough damage on Laryl, and Ayakuk, he doesn't need the extra damage from Ayakuk as well. Vorin, can you bot me? So I'm asking for the bop now just to make sure, again, that I clean my Zeril stacks prior to Kilrook landing. Once Kilrook lands, if he landed with Zeril stacks on me, he could very easily either proc my he would proc my Purg and then very easily kill me after that. So it's important that I get those multiplier stacks off me right away. And we're just going to be killing Castech here. After Castech is dead, I'll be picking up Kilrook, but the raid will be DPSing Ayakuk. And once, just like last time, there's a Kunchong. Just like last time, once I'm going to pop an Vamp here, just because that Kunchong was on me for a moment. Just like last time, I'm going to taunt Ayakuk again. As you can see, there's a struggle for vengeance, and there's a struggle for, well, vengeance with me. and threat on these two easy hitting bosses. Lerald is at 550k vengeance. I'm only at 168k, so it's hard for me to maintain aggro on these targets with the amount of vengeance that Lerald has right now. So once this dies, I'll be taunting Kilrook. I have to pinpoint where he is in the room. Where the fuck is he? There he is. So I taunt him right away, and I make sure that I build a bit of vengeance. Careful, Lerald. Ugh, I shouldn't have gotten stunned. So I'm going to grab Kilrook back in a second. So I've grabbed Kilrook back now. Make sure that I build a bit of vengeance on him, and then I will be going in Scorpion and helping DPS Cook once that's happened. Make sure that I keep my blood shield up. Whenever you're ready, Lerald.
Sure, I'm ready now.
Okay, let's do it.
Taunted.
Going Scorpion, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so I've gone in Scorpion here. This time I didn't use my this time I did not use my IPF prior to going in. The reason being that I'm only really realistically going to pull threat on Ayakuk. If I pull threat on something else, Lerald probably fucked up his rotation, which is not likely. So Bone Shield is more than enough while I'm in Scorpion to maintain damage and tank Ayakuk while I'm in Scorpion. Ayakuk hits for pretty much nothing, so it's no danger really of him doing any kind of scary threat to me. How the fuck did I get stunned in that? As soon as I'm out of here, man, I'm sucking on stuns today. As soon as I get out of here, I taunt Kilrook back. Got Kilrook back. I taunt Kilrook back, and he is the next DPS target. So the raid is DPSing Kilrook. I'm making sure that I keep my active mitigation up on him as much as I can with Bone Shield, so it's 260k. Reapply Blood Shield right there. It is now eaten Vamp. I see that I also only have 1 stack left on my Bone Shield. As soon as that is consumed, I will pop Bone Shield again and make sure I have my fresh 11 stacks or whatever it'll be. And as soon as he's out of this, I will be using my Stone Form as well, since that Reeve was eating my Bone Shield consistently. I want to make sure that my diseases are up as well. Bring him back to the middle just so we don't accidentally grab any Kunchongs along the way. Keep these blood shields up. He's going to gouge momentarily. Keep the blood shields up. Reapply Bone Shield as I said. So here's the Reeve. I'm obviously now in
jump on your head again before he dies.
Yeah. I'm also now in execute range or Reaper range. So I make sure I apply those to Kilrook. He's about to die, after which my Scorpion will be up in 8 seconds.
Watch your feet.
So it's going to be just Kara's now. I'm going to Scorpion when it comes down. Going Scorpion.
Sure.
So I'm going to Scorpion now. I'm not going to be able to pull threat off of him, honestly, because I didn't taunt him to build up Vengeance prior, which is okay, because I would die if I do. So Lerald can pretty easily tank him right now without worry that I'm going to pull aggro and die. My Vengeance just wore off in Scorpion now, too, so I'll be hitting for next to nothing, pretty much. In terms of getting full use out of the Scorpion, it would have been better if I did taunt Karaz and then use my CDs properly, because I would have had Vengeance pretty much throughout my entire Scorpion and done a lot more damage on it. But it's okay. Obviously, we're not in danger for Berserk. 20 seconds, and Karaz is about to die, so it's no problem. Had we been in a stickier situation, I would have, like I said, taunted Karaz, built up a bit of Vengeance, and then gone in Scorpion, where I would have surely pulled aggro on him again, which would have done 2 things. One, refresh my Vengeance, which is would allowed my Vengeance to be maintained the whole time, but also, more importantly, would have forced me to use a proper rotation of DR CD.